Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the Midwest Plainsman on the Prairie Land Radio Network. And this evening, I am joined by Katie Beth and Rusty. And Katie Beth Mihm is a talented singer songwriter in her own right out of Texas. I came across her videos on Facebook, and I knew right away that I had to invite her on the show. And I'm just fortunate that she's been able to take time out to come join me. So thank you to the both of you for taking time out of your schedule to make this appearance. And we're going to spend some time getting to know the two of you.
All
Thanks
right.
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Now, like I said, when I came across your videos on Facebook, that's what caught my attention. As singer-songwriters that create original music is what gets my attention. And now that I'm also part of the Independent Singer-Songwriters Association, my work is all about helping to support independent artists just like yourselves. So I'm happy to get to know you and get to know your music. So, what originally got you started on your musical path?
So when I was little, my dad took me to a pawn shop, and he told me I could pick out like 3 or 4 CDs, and I was only allowed to listen to Elvis Presley growing up, like and Conway Twitty and things like that. So I got a couple different CDs of different genres, and I took them home and I listened to them, and my mind was completely blown. I was like, wow, there's even cooler music out there. So I started teaching myself how to sing like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey and Patsy Cline and I'm trying to think who else. Dana Carter and Mindy McCready and things like that. Reba and Dolly. Shania Twain. So I started learning how their techniques kind of were, and I'd listen and I'd teach myself how to do those. And then in high school, I was in choir. And so that was really kind of the extent of it. I never did anything until I grew up with music. And when I met my husband, he pushed me to start doing music. And I showed him a couple of songs I wrote, and he's like, these are great. You're going to be famous. I'm like, okay, that's sweet. Thank you for that. But he pushed me, and I joined a band from this area, Raw Wolf, and they do Texas country and Americana. And so I traveled on the road with them for a couple years. And then Rod had asked me, he's like, hey, I think you need to get your own band, and I think you'll do really good at it. So I kind of, in a way, felt like a baby bird that was being pushed out of the nest. It was like, So, but we did it, and we've had our band for a couple of years, so we're just on the upside of it. So it all worked out good.
And do the people down there they recognize your music and fully support what you're doing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think people like around where we live, they know I'm a singer. So when they see me out and about, like at the grocery store or something, I do get noticed and talk. People will come visit with me and stuff. But I don't think that they all know that I write my own music or that me and Rusty write our music. Honestly, I think that a lot of people probably don't really care sometimes. If you write your own music, they just wonder if you're a good singer.
At least here.
Here
But when you get out of here, like out of where we live, it's definitely, people know who she is. They're very supportive of the songwriter aspect.
Yeah, I really do. Like if we ever go somewhere like in Fort Worth or Oklahoma or Kansas or somewhere, and people follow us, they tell us all the time. They're like, we love your stories, and thank you for writing them and stuff like that. So that's always nice. I don't expect it from people, but it's always nice when we get that recognition for it.
Oh, of course. I think every band that I've talked to over the past 18 years now, they've all said that when somebody can come up and tell them that their music has resonated within themselves that it's such a part of their lives that's what makes it worth it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And we get those types of, we'll get emails or people will tell us in public and stuff that they have a particular song, that they really like that helped them. So to me, that's amazing and enough for me.
So, what are the most enjoyable or fun events that you love doing?
Events. So we do rodeos and we do like outdoor concerts at city events and things like that. So I really enjoy those because I really like, or if we go to like a family venue, I really enjoy that. I really enjoy watching people's kids, running around and dancing and they're having a good time. So then that makes me less nervous and I'm having a good time or seeing people, dancing at rodeos to our music. Dance halls. Yeah, dance halls are good too. So it kind of just, I think
just wait till you get kids coming up and requesting Baby Shark.
So far, that's not happened. I don't know enough of Baby Shark to fake my way through it. So,
yeah, because I mean, I've been a live DJ for the last 25 years, and that always gets brought up at any family event that I'm doing. So now, I know that each singer-songwriter has their own style. Out of the music that you've created so far, what would you say would be one particular song that would be your signature?
That's an interesting question. I've never been asked that before. So I don't want to give you a silly answer. Okay. My signature song.
I'd say You Ain't No Cowgirl, just because she is a cowgirl.
Maybe,
and has
maybe.
that vibe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like that answer.
Yeah.
I'll go with that answer for 200 Bob. No, I'm kidding. No, I really like that song because it's a song about standing up for people and not letting people bully you. I don't like bullies. It's also, I feel like we need to also keep the cowboy and the cowgirl culture alive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, and keep it realistic and authentic. I do not like it when somebody takes something and makes it where it takes the authenticity away from it. People who are cowboys or cowgirls or have family that take that very seriously. So it's definitely a way we can honor that and keep that alive, but also touch different points, like be a good person in life and, that kinds of stuff. So probably that was a good answer. Thank you. I was running through my mind, like, what am I going to say? Because I have I feel like every song is my favorite song that we do. Mm-hmm. So they're all my favorites. And I know they're all a work of love and had a lot of time and effort in them. So, but yeah. And You Ain't No Cowgirl is currently out on radio and it's doing big things. We got the numbers in yesterday or so, and it's in the top 100.
Yeah, it's on the Texas music charts, it's 66 or 65. It's right at 100 on the American country music charts, and it's at like 95 on T3R and Texas Country.
Yeah, so it's only been out a couple weeks, so it's
I've been hearing that same thing from a lot of the artists down there in Texas and sort of states that the radio stations down there in Texas, they actually do help to support independent artists.
Yeah, it's Texas is very, very big on independent artists. Most people don't realize we have our own brand here. Like you'll hear Texas country music. People are like, what's that? How's that different than regular? It's not pop country. That's usually one thing that it stands out from. It's not the cookie cutter. I drink a beer, I drive a truck,
Yeah.
that you hear on mainstream radio, but it's also self-supportive. You can make a living in Texas doing nothing but touring in Texas
Yeah.
if you wanted to. Now,
Mhm.
obviously, we like to get out of Texas. We will always, Texas will always be our home, and we'll always tour there. But we're trying to take Texas to everybody else because there's such a authenticity. Am I saying that word right?
Authenticity.
Authenticity. I knew I biffed it.
Well-
To the Texas brand and the way we do things,
Yeah.
that other people need to see it. And I think that's kind of what Cody Johnson did. That's
Yeah.
why he was so successful when he finally hit Nashville. Is they're like, what is this and what is it y'all are doing? And you're seeing him and Parker McCollum
Yeah.
just blow it up in Nashville. But that's that
Mhm.
Texas kind of brand that I
Mhm.
think the rest of the world needs to hear it.
Yeah. We definitely
Well,
take pride in what we write in Texas. So
Yeah.
Mhm. What I actually refer to the music coming out of Texas is traditional country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
well, and we
And
have a lot of like
I
stories.
know that that's what a lot of the artists down there are trying to stick with is traditional roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And telling a story, right? There's a story. It's not just a party anthem type deal.
Yeah.
Telling stories is a big part of it. And that's what captures the independent songwriter aspect of it.
I definitely want to focus my music on, you had asked about our style of music a minute ago. The style of my music is definitely unique for sure. It is country, but it's also Americana. It's also got this cool Southwestern vibe to it. And I know here before too long, I'll start, writing more. Um, I'll probably start including more of my culture, in my music and stuff. And I mean, because I do that anyways with how I dress and things like that. But
Mhm.
I think it's just important in Texas to be true to who you are and don't try to, meet the conformity of everything. And I feel like people appreciate your uniqueness a lot more doing that.
Now, what also I really like about you is that you're also Ojibwe.
Yes,
And
sir. Mhm.
I'm actually affiliated with the Karankawa tribe.
Okay.
And the Karankawa tribe originated out of southeastern Texas
Okay.
until they were moved up to Oklahoma by the military when they were shutting the forts down.
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
I actually traced down my lineage and come to find out that my great great grandfather was a chief back in the 1800s.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have the native blood within me. So
That's awesome. Welcome to the family.
all right, now we're going to get into some of your videos here,
Okay.
and now, like I said, I believe the one that I was going to start with, and let's see, yeah, let's do this one here. So yeah, Kick Rocks. Tell us the story behind this one.
Kick Rocks is about being in a relationship and things not working out and you looking like a total fool at the end of it because you were like chasing this person around who really didn't want you genuinely at the end of the day. So, and then taking that and learning from it and, bouncing back from that low point that you hit kind of in that and the embarrassment. So that's what Kick Rocks is about.
Yeah, sounds kind of familiar. I just got reminded today from that basically an ex who made contact with me that said she missed me. I said, "Well, what is it about me that you miss me?" He said, "Well,
You should send her our song, Kick Rocks. She'll love it.
And she came back at me and said, "Nothing particular." I said, "Gee, thanks." All right, this is called Kick Rocks.
be the cutest thing you've ever seen. Chase you around this town, but I only look like a clown. You always made me be the worst version of me. I didn't know you'd hurt me, but now I do. So kick rocks, find someone else to wash your socks. Baby, I'm over you. So tired of feeling blue, go out and kick rocks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then one day you see me, babe, how you gonna miss me like you do? Like you do. I'll have a diamond on one hand, the other in my hands. Think about how you blew your chance. Go on and kick rocks. Find someone else to wash your socks. Baby, I'm over you. So tired of feeling blue. Go on and kick rocks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Should've known from your reputation that your heart would be on vacation. So kick on, babe, while you kick rocks. Find someone else to wash your socks. Baby, I'm over you. So tired of feeling blue. Go out and kick rocks. Find someone else to wash your socks. Baby, I'm over you. So tired of feeling blue. Go out and kick rocks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kick rocks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kick rocks. Kick rocks.
That is actually a good song.
Thank you.
Now, I know that people are probably going to wind up asking this question. Now, the instrument that you're playing, it's not a guitar, so to say. I think it's referred to as the form of a dulcimer, right?
Yes, sir. It's a long neck dulcimer.
Okay, well, I got that part right.
Yes, they're used in Appalachian style music, and it was the only instrument I could learn how to play at the music store. So that's why I thought it sounded so cool. It reminded me of like a banjo and a mandolin put together,
Oh, okay.
and so I kind of just picked it up at the music store and started messing with it, and I learned how to play it by myself. So the rest was kind of history. So
I
um,
think, let's see, those are only what, 4 or 5 string?
they're four strings. Yeah.
Four. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Dolly Parton actually plays a dulcimer, but she plays a lap dulcimer that sits in her lap. It almost looks like a big harpsichord type thing that she strums on. And
Oh,
that's the same thing. It's just mine's more handy in a guitar form, kind of.
gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, learning something new.
I am the only person that I've ever seen, or on the road I've ever seen, anyways, that plays one.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
kind
know
of
of
my
anybody that
signature
plays one.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I know of some Appalachia musicians,
Yeah.
and I've not seen any of them play any of the long nose or long neck dulcimers.
Those are actually made in Canada.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, that particular brand is.
Yeah, that brand is made in Canada. So I know there's probably some manufacturers like in Arkansas and Missouri probably of dulcimers, but yeah, that one came from Canada. And I'm glad that it did because our family's, from up in the UP. So it made it more sentimental to me, to have it.
Okay. And I suppose that once you picked it up and started playing, that the music just started coming in.
Yeah, I've got a really good ear for music. So if I don't know how to read music for it, so I just listened. And so the guys would start playing something for our songs on our set list, and I would kind of play around with it for a little bit and be like, oh, I think I got something, and so I just started going with them. So that's kind of how it happened. I just started playing with the guys, and I would try really hard to listen to what note they were on and stuff and try and match them. So, and come up with my own little, licks through there. So.
And what's crazy is that thing is not in the same key as everybody else, but like she can make it with what we're doing.
Yeah.
And like she said, there's nobody else that I know of that plays those. So people ask all the time what that is at shows, on podcasts, everything. So
Rusty says it's my little Toys R Us.
I tell people
guitar.
we bought it at Toys R Us, and she just carries it around.
I'm completely offended.
Well, to say, yeah, because that would definitely be. I don't even know what key that would be.
It's tuned in what, DAD or something, but yeah, I can't remember what key it's in. There's some songs she plays it with, and some she don't.
I don't believe, this is where I'm gonna say I don't believe in overcomplicating life. So I was just glad I could play an instrument at that point and it sounded good. So I just rolled with it,
Say, how many of the band members tease you about it?
Nobody.
Nobody really. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody takes me seriously, like I'm one of the guys, so it's good. Cool. Rusty's really the only one that teases me about it and calls it my Toys R Us guitar.
Well, okay. We'll go ahead.
I only do that because this is somebody in radio business that's like, what is that little thing she plays?
I thought he called it my stupid little
What is that stupid little thing she's got?
Somebody in radio messaged somebody we knew and was like, what's that dumb little guitar she plays? Seven. I was like, I'm so offended. Oh my goodness.
So I told the radio promoter, tell him we got it at Toys R Us.
Nice.
He's just being ugly about it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's see. Now, this one in particular, we were talking about it before we went on air. Jesus and John Wayne. Now, you said that there's also a blooper in it. And I did not spot it at all. So, what's the story behind this one?
Behind the blooper or the
story behind the song.
No. Okay. So my husband and I were having breakfast one morning, and we were talking about when we were growing up, and the things that we would do like Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And we'd sit around and watch Westerns, on like Turner Classic or AMC or something. Anyway, but I told him, I said, I think I've seen every spaghetti Western ever. And we got to talking, and he told me this fun story about when he was little, when he was in high school, that he really wanted to ride bulls, and his dad told him he couldn't. And so he convinced his dad to let him show cattle, so he'd be kind of in the right place at the right time type of thing.
County fairs.
At the county fairs. And so his dad would go drop him off and be like, okay, well, I'll come get you later. And he'd be like, well, can I stay for the dance? And he'd be like, yeah. And he really had paid his entry fees and went and bucked out bulls or something. And then his dad would come pick him up, and he acted like nothing ever happened. And so he did that for a couple years. And then we were just talking about how, basically all the dumb things we did as kids, and we survived.
But how things were different.
And how things were different.
That's the kind of trouble you get into.
Yeah.
Versus now you got social media and everything else.
Yeah, and just basically people being couch potatoes now versus how we were growing up. They weren't, and just back when life was more simple and enjoyable. I feel like less stressful. You spent more time with your family, and life was slower. And so it's kind of just this fun, nostalgic song that we thought of and everything. So he told me this story, so the part of the song where I talk about him being at the county show, and, he tells the boys when he rosins up his rope, okay, boys, don't let my dad know, and he goes and busts out of so Anyway, but it's just about, back in the day when people were happy and life was more simple and enjoyable and slower.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of videos out there that basically those of us from my generation that explain how we were able to survive all the stuff that we were doing as kids.
Yeah. As far as the video goes, you're about to play. If it's the video I'm thinking about, there might be a blooper in there where I stop all of a sudden and
You're like, those aren't the words.
I was
And
like,
you're
wait, those
"Let me
aren't
go
the
again."
words. I was singing just along, and all of a sudden, I just quit, dead in the water.
Wait a minute. I've been there, done that. I have with mind blanks. Oh yeah, I'll be doing something like, wait a minute. All right, here we go. I like it.
Thanks. That was a fun song. Yeah, I completely beefed it in the middle of the song. I was like, whatever. I just own the moment.
We recorded that in Fort Worth, and it was Brian. He runs the Texas music charts, and he's got like a little studio area in his apartment. He's like, man, y'all come over here and let's record some stuff. And I was like, cool, man, let's do it. We're in town to do some shows anyways, and we had some free time, so we got with him, and he did some cool stuff with us. So.
Yeah.
Sounds about like another group that I know out of Kansas. They've got basically they've got an old, big old Victorian home. Well, they turned their living room and they built a full-size stage right in their living room.
Awesome.
And I was like, okay.
That is epic.
That way they said they can do all their video work and recording work right there. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That takes it up to a whole new meaning of like house recording.
Yeah, it does.
Or in-house music.
Well, this is cool because he's up high and it's in downtown Fort Worth and it overlooks the Justin Boots factory. Like you can see it out the window. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a fun day.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got one more we're going to do.
Okay.
And give me just a second here. I got to pull that one up. Let's see. I believe the one that we're going to do. Yeah. Diamond Rings and Broken Dreams. Now, this is a live version.
Yeah.
What's the story behind this one?
A lot. No, I was once upon a time, a long time ago, I was in this relationship with this guy for several years and we were going to get married. And I found out that he cheated on me about a month or two before our wedding.
Oops.
And I was going through a really hard time because my dad died. And then we wound up breaking up and my dad died like 2 weeks later. And then, I just had a lot I was going through and I'd never wrote a song before really. So that was kind of my healing process was facing what happened. And I got a piano. I'd never had a piano before. And I found a really old piano from the 1800s that this lady was giving away. And I asked her if I could have it. And so it's an upright piano. And so I asked her if I could have it. I went, had some people go get it for me and everything and put it in my home. And I sat there and I taught myself how to play piano. And that was how I healed from losing my dad and losing that relationship and things and writing that song. And it really gave me a lot of peace and closure writing that song, just because there was so much emotion going into it and everything. But the song's about things not working out like you think they're going to, but it's going to be okay. And you can pull yourself out of that pit that you're in kind of, and life goes on and your heart will heal. And I shortly after that, I had met my husband. And so it worked out anyways. So you may think that you really, really want something, but then God's going to be like, nope, that's not for you. I have something different, over here for you or whatever. And I feel like I've had a lot of people talk to me about that song that it helped their heart heal, from relationships and stuff. So I'm thankful that God put that in my mind to write that song, because it was to help other people and, show love when when maybe, and hope that things will get better and you do move forward in life and you just learn from those lessons and you do better, next time. So
Cool.
To me, that's a really special song because that's the first song she wrote that she first ever sang for me.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah. And I was like, we gotta do something like this. You're too good to not. So And she'd been trying out for stuff like American Idol and The Voice. And I was like, don't worry. You know, if they pass on you, half of that's not real. You know what I mean? They want
right
drama and all that. I was like, we can do the Texas thing and go from there. So,
and I mean, that's kind of symbolic of that song too. Like, even though I was trying really hard to do something, it wasn't God's plan for me. So he did something else with me. So at the end of the day, I'm glad I didn't go on, you know, in American Idol or The Voice, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I had done that. So I really appreciate the lesson that God has given me through music, as far as like taking me from a place that I wasn't doing music to now that's my full-time job and career. And just showing me that I was trying to do everything on my own and I couldn't. I had to do it with him. So, you know, I appreciate that. And I give God all the glory for that one, because I wouldn't be like, right now we're number 5 in Europe on the country charts, period. And we were above, like far above extremely big name people. And that blows my mind, you know.
Well, and to be honest with you, the way that the music industry has changed so dramatically over the years, that now that artists can take advantage of social media and put their music that they've created out on social media first to get feedback that way, instead of going to Nashville with it right off the bat.
Right.
They've had a lot more success that way.
Yeah.
And we put out a lot of music, and we finally did go to Nashville, and she recorded a new EP. It's not out yet, but I mean, we recorded stuff here in Texas long before, you know, we even did that. And we didn't have to do that. We chose to do that because we thought it'd be a cool experience, but we also were kind of offered something from this studio there that's like, hey, we want to invest in you. We think you're really good. So it's like, okay, yeah, we'll give it a shot, you know.
That makes my heart happy when people want to invest, you know, just because they see you're working hard. They see that you're doing something positive and good, that you genuinely are a good person. So I appreciate that there's still good people in the world that do those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like if you need sponsorship and things like that. You know, most musicians, you know, we call it, like in my family, we call it being ranch broke. Like one day you have a whole lot of money and then the next day you have nothing, you know. That's kind of how I feel as a musician, is one day you can have money and the next day you don't, because, you know.
I mean, it definitely takes money to do it.
So we definitely always need sponsors and things like that, and angel investors and you know, things like that. So that's always good.
All right. Well, this one's called Diamond Rings and Broken Dreams.
Said I was the biggest, sassy and sweet. I loved you so true. Now I'm so blue. You got for every last time. With your memory broken. Through the sky, you're always Memories and brokenness fill my heart. You're not from the start. You're falling apart. That lasts forever. The rivers that feathers and drifting away. No longer I can say, keep your diamond ring and broken dreams. It cost me everything. Keep your diamond ring and broken dreams.
Great dancing, y'all. Great job.
No matter what video I'm watching, especially with music out of Texas, that everybody takes their two-step music seriously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, there's also another saying that I've always wanted to get this verified that I hear coming out of Texas, that there's there's three gods in Texas. There's the Almighty himself. There's one was the other one was Buster Welch, I think, and the other one is uh, shoot
George Strait.
George Strait. Yep, there we go.
There's probably three kings, I bet,
Yeah.
because we call George
Three
the king.
kings,
Yeah, the king.
Three
Yeah.
kings. God, George Strait, and I don't remember who the other one
He
was.
said the other one.
Oh,
Yeah, Buster Welch.
I don't know who
I
that
don't know who
is.
that is either.
I think he's a very well-known cowboy poet, I believe. Is
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's the role he. Yeah. So
I
So
knew-
you'll hear I hear Jesus, John Wayne, and George Strait is what I.
oh, okay. Yep,
hear
that fits
usually.
too.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, now I know that you said that you have recorded an EP that you haven't released yet.
It's a surprise. I'm so excited.
When do you plan on releasing that?
We don't know. We haven't really talked about it yet. Everything we kind of play is based off of radio because radio is still pretty relevant in
Yeah.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So, like right now, "You Ain't No Cowgirl" is out on radio as a single, and then "Fireflies" is a new one. It doesn't come out to streaming till next month,
Yeah.
and that was recorded here in Amarillo area.
And it's really good.
So that one, it's on radio, but it's not. It's weird. So "You Ain't No Cowgirl's" kind of on the Texas country red dirt radio scene, and then "Fireflies," I'm putting it to radio on other stations that have requested it. That may be on the Texas music scene or may not be. So those are both both out on radio right now, and then it hits streaming next month. "Fireflies" does.
So do you think probably after Christmas?
I think we're going to release the first single from the EP. We're going to put the EP out on streaming, but it'll release each single individually
Yeah.
on it, just like you would with an actual, album before streaming, right? You used to get the singles out on radio first individually, and then eventually the whole album's available, right?
Well, the one site that I would really recommend to you, and you'll get the most back from it with the download purchases and everything, is Bandcamp.
So yeah, I've heard of that. We've got it on our website where they can purchase them also.
Okay,
So
good.
you can go on there and buy every single. We are going to get on Bandcamp. We haven't got around to it yet, but I didn't think people were still using a lot. I guess they are.
If
it
they-
sounds like.
Well, and we also have a new app. If you go to our new app, you can get it there.
Yeah,
right?
you can buy our songs through our app.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Um,
Well, that is the best way to help support artists, is to purchase directly from their website or an app like what you have. It's the best way to help support what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because streaming does not pay at all.
Nope, it doesn't.
So right now we're actually doing something special with our app. If everybody you can't find our app in an app store. And so you have to get online and enter in katiebeth.myapp.to. Whenever they get in there, you can download it to your home screen and subscribe to it. And we're giving away some free merchandise. So that's a good way to stay in contact with us directly. And if we have shows and we're on tour, it'll send you push notifications where we're going to be and exclusive content.
Okay, and what was the link for that?
katiebeth.myapp.to.
.to. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, there we have it. Right. Let's see. Show. There we go. Come on. There
Yeah,
it is.
that's it right there.
No, it's my app.
That does say
Whoop,
my
It
my
says-
app. Whoop,
it says
my
my
bad.
app.
Oh.
My bad.
It's okay.
Oh.
MYAPP.
Oh.
You almost got it.
Hey,
I don't want to send people to something I don't know what it is. It could be bad. I don't know.
That's true. That's very true.
There
just
it is.
just
Okay,
want to be
so-
fair here, okay?
Yep. So take advantage. You're going to their app, katiebeth.myapp.to, and you'll be able to take advantage of the special that they've got going. Now,
They have
what
to fill
is
out the
coming up
contact
on your
section.
schedule?
Do what?
They have to fill out the contact
Yeah.
section
Yeah,
on
no,
there.
he asked a question.
Do what now?
What's coming up on your schedule now?
I'm working every day for the rest of my life. So this coming weekend we'll be in Blair, Oklahoma at the Orient. And so people around the area can come catch us there. It's going to be a great show. We're bringing the trio, I believe, to that
Mhm.
show. And then next week we've got, I'm trying to think. If people get on,
Monday we're doing
we're doing a private show, yeah, on Monday. And then next weekend we'll be doing the Fridge Festival.
Yeah, we're doing a city festival in
Mhm.
Fritch, Texas. And then I think we're doing a show in Clovis, New Mexico. And then we're playing again in Amarillo.
And everybody can see our tour schedule on the app or on katiebethmim.com.
Yep.
It'll give the full tour schedule for the whole entire year because we're already booking for next year.
And then I believe after that, we're playing in Amarillo at the Western Horseman. Then after that, we're playing in Llano, Texas, I believe.
So Oklahoma tour, New Mexico tour, Texas tour.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be August is going to be our busiest month this year. We're playing every Friday and Saturday, I believe.
Very cool. Yep, I know what that's like. Being out and about doing events every single weekend. I spent the last 24 years doing that, being out doing weddings and whatnot every single weekend. It got to the point where it's like I literally had to cut back on what I was doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I get in trouble. I do all the booking, and she's like, "You got to quit booking so much. Like, we got to get out there if you want to get your stuff heard." So,
Well, that's true.
and in summer, like you got to take advantage of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
people
Summer's the
people
busiest
wanna-
time
yeah,
of the year.
that's when the most shows are. So
Mhm.
you got to get as many in because it's slow during the winter.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're not slow during the winter, but
We're-
normally it is.
well, We're slower than we are in the summer. so,
yeah, we're.
but yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now, if there's any music that you want me playing on the radio station I'm on, which is Native Family Radio,
Yeah.
let me know, and I'll be more than happy to get that done so that I can get you guys airtime this way as well. As up here in the Midwest, all the radio stations are corporate owned. So they don't support the independent artists like the stations down there in Texas does.
Right.
Right. Well, we sure appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I believe I sent you Fireflies. Definitely, if you want to push that one's definitely one we're wanting to get out there to the masses.
Yeah. Yep, and that one's brand new. So
Well, that I can do. So
thank you.
anytime anytime you want your music played, basically I'll add it to my playlist And then if you would like to go to the website there, down, let's see, if you scroll down to the bottom right, there is a link for independent artists to upload their music directly to the radio station.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
And I always encourage people to do that. So, all right. Well, this has been fun. I do appreciate the both of you, and I look forward to keeping in touch.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
again, if anybody's got questions for them, feel free to contact them through the app, contact them through the website. They're also on Facebook as well. I think you guys are all over social media, right?
Yes,
Yes.
we're on all the platforms.
Instagram,
Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everything.
Very cool. So definitely look up Katie Beth Mihm, and you'll be able to listen to a lot of her good music and also a lot of the new stuff that's coming up. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions for me directly, email me directly at the Midwest Plainsman at Gmail. Also, check out the new website, because I have spent the last 3 days working on the website, and that is the MidwestPlainsman.com. Yep, there we go. Mind blank. But be sure to check that out as well. There's going to be a lot of great stuff coming up on there. I'm going to be promoting the hell out of all the independent artists who I have talked to on the podcast here. So be sure to check that out. Otherwise, we've got a lot more coming up later on. So stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. And we are going to say pleasant journeys, everyone. And we're going to be out of here for the night. Thanks for tuning in. And again, thank you for come to join me, you two. I do appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for tuning in to the Midwest Plainsman. All shows are available for download at the end of each live broadcast. All rights are reserved and may not be reproduced without the express written consent from the Midwest Plainsman, Prairie Land Radio Network, and Earl Williams. Be sure to join up with our Facebook page and group, and also our YouTube channel. That way you can keep up to date with what's happening right here at the Midwest Plainsman.